Our lesson is about the groundwater effects on bearing capacity. So, in groundwater effects, we have three cases. So, let's start with case 1. Case 1 is when the depth of water table is less than the depth of our footing. So, example, we have our footing here, and the depth of the footing from the ground is TF. So, the water table is here. It is above our footing. So that's why the depth of the water table is less than the depth of the footing. That means our footing is submerged in water. So if we are going to get QU the bearing capacity using Vesich or Terzaghi, there are three factors, diba? So assuming class we're going to use what? Terzaghi. So QU, CNC plus QNQ plus gamma BN gamma. So, assuming that this is a strip footing, we're gonna put 0.5 there. Okay, so, in bearing capacity equation class, there are three factors. So, we have cohesion, we have the effective vertical stress. So, class, the Q here is effective vertical stress. So, you must remember that the Q here, class, is not the bearing capacity, but it is the effective vertical stress. And we have the third one, that is the gamma. So, okay, so C, that is the cohesion. So, for case 1, Q is the effective vertical stress. So, class, the Q here is the effective vertical stress at the bottom of the foundation. You have to remember that. Q is the effective vertical stress at the bottom of the foundation. So, we are going to get the effective vertical stress at the bottom of the foundation. So, Q as effective vertical stress is also represented by sigma prime Z. Bakit siya sigma prime Z? Because sigma is stress, Z is vertical, and prime kasi nga effective. Bakit? Kasi meron tayong total stress that is sigma Z. So, effective vertical stress class, that is the stress induced by the soil solids only. So, pag sinabi naman nating total stress, yung buong soil. So, 'di ba sa soil class, we have three parts. We have the solid, the water, and the air, 'di ba? So, dito, walang effect yung air. So, we are going to just get class that total stress minus pore water pressure is the effective vertical stress. So, effective vertical stress sa soil solids yun. So, pag total, ibig sabihin, kasama yung water. That's why, when we're going to get the effective stress class, that is the total stress minus pore water pressure. So, how are we going to get Q? So, example class, dito sa taas nito, we have gamma So, sa taas ng ating water table class, we have gamma, sabihin natin gamma 1, and dito sa depth of footing natin, kasi submerged siya, we have gamma SAT. So, how are we going to get Q? So, total stress. So, we are going to get yung total stress class. So, gamma 1 times the depth of the water. Tama, diba? Plus, what? Gamma SAT times yung thickness na niya, depth of the footing minus depth of the water minus the pore water pressure. Ano yung pore water pressure? That is gamma of water minus height of the water. That is depth of the footing minus depth of the water. So, yan yung Q na gagamitin natin for what? For the case 1. Because yung ating footing ay submerged sa water. So, that is the effective vertical stress. Saan yan galing? Total stress minus pore water pressure. Ngayon, on the third part of the equation class, we have what? We have the gamma. So, ano naming gamma dyan? So, yung gamma dyan, the effective gamma. So, what is the effective gamma? So, the effective gamma is the gamma buoyant. Ano yung gamma buoyant dyan? Gamma SAT minus gamma buoyant. Kasi nga, yung andito lang sa depth of the footing. So, may nag-question sa inyo class na bakit daw si Koduto gamma minus gamma bakit minus gamma buoyant yan? I'm sorry, class. Gamma buoyant is equals to gamma SAT minus gamma of water. So, effective gamma SAT minus gamma of water. So, may nag-question sa inyo na, bakit si Koduto, gamma buoyant is equal to gamma minus gamma of water. Kasi diba sa book ang sabi niya, gamma is equal to gamma buoyant is equal to gamma minus gamma water. Gamma sat minus gamma water naman ang gamma buoyant. Kasi class, implied kay Koduto na yung gamma at the bottom of the footing is gamma saturated. Kaya ganyan niya na lang sinulat. Hindi na niya linagay dito na saturated kasi nga ang tinutukoy na gamma is the gamma at the depth of the footing. That's why hindi na niya silinagay doon na saturated kasi nga we are talking about the gamma at the depth of the footing, and since the footing is submerged in water, the gamma there is automatic na gamma saturated. Okay? So, moving on, we have case 2. So, in case 2 naman, class, ano yung sa case 2? The depth of the footing is less than the depth of the water, but it is within the limit of influence, that is the depth of the footing, class P. So, ano yung limit of influence? So, say we have a footing, depth of the footing na naman ito, and then we have yung limit of influence natin na B. The limit of the influence, class, is the same as the yung width nito, width ng ating footing mula dun sa ating bottom of the foundation hanggang dyan yung limit of influence. So, meaning yung water table natin ay andito. So, it is within the limit of influence. So, how are we going to get the bearing capacity? So, QU, CNC plus QNQ plus gamma, BN, gamma. So, assuming strip, linagyan ko ng 0.5. So, Q. Ano yung C dito? Cohesion. Ano yung Q dito, class? Effective vertical stress. So, effective vertical stress at the bottom of the foundation, Q, that is also equal to sigma prime C. Ano siya? Dito. So, dito, class, wala na tayong sigma Z minus pore water pressure kasi nga wala tayong pore water pressure dyan. So, sigma Z na lang siya. So, that is equal to, kung ano man yung gamma dyan, class, is what? Gamma of soil times depth of the footing na lang siya. Kasi nga, ang Q dito is the effective vertical stress at the bottom of the foundation. So, since hindi naman saturated yung bottom of the foundation natin, hindi na tayo magma-minus ng pore water pressure. So, that is Q. So, yung isang term naman na gamma, effective gamma naman ang kukunin natin. According dun sa book, ang gamma is gamma minus gamma water 1 minus TW minus D haba. Okay, paano kaya to nangyari, 'di ba? So, mahirap tanggapin, 'di ba, pag hindi mo maintindihan kung bakit ito ang isa-substitute mo dito, 'di ba? So, i-explain natin 'yan. So, yung gamma kasi na to, class, ito yung tinatawag na gamma is the effective gamma. So, that is the effective unit weight for soil below the foundation at the depth D. At depth D is equal to B. So, anong ibig sabihin nun, class? So, we are going to get the gamma. We are going to get the gamma here. So, ano yung buong gamma nito? Hindi naman natin, magkaiba yan ng gamma kasi nga ito, iba yung gamma niyan at ito saturated. Paano mo gagawin ganito lang, 'di ba? So, gagawin natin ganyan lang. Paano? So, yun yung sinasabi niya dito sa equation na to, class. So, yun yung effective unit weight. So, para makuha natin yung effective unit weight, class, ang gagawin natin ay so, effective unit weight. Paano natin kukunin ang effective unit weight? So, effective unit weight, ano yung length na to, class? So, kukunin natin yung buong stress na yan. So, ang buong stress na yan, class, ay, wait lang, drawing ko na lang dito sa kabila. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to draw. So, drawing ko ulit yun. Ito yung limit of, hanggang dito ang ating limit of influence. So, gagawin natin daw na ito, di ba may tubig dito, class? Paano yan? May tubig nga dyan. Sabihin natin gamma 1 yan at ito ay gamma saturated. Sabihin natin ordinaryong gamma na lang yan para hindi tayo malito. So, gawin natin ordinaryong gamma and then ito ay gamma saturated. So, ang gagawin daw natin, class, kukunin natin yung effective unit weight nitong buong ito. Paano mo kukunin effective unit weight niya? Magkaiba nga sila ng layer. Kaya nga, binigyan nga tayo ng formula ni Koduto na ano yung formula niya dun? Formula niya is gamma minus gamma of water 1 minus dW minus dB. Diba? Ang tanong, paano kaya ito nangyari, 'di ba? So, 'yun yung i-answer natin. So, etong gamma effective unit weight kasi na to, sinasabi niya na dito sa depth na to, class, merong isang effective unit weight. So, yan yung magiging conversion. So, paano yan mangyayari? So, ang gagawin, class, ay kukunin yung effective stress from this one, from this dito sa layer na to. So, effective unit weight dito sa effective stress dito dyan sa part na yan. So, yung effective stress mula dito, meron kasi tayong i-designate natin to as small d. So, ito yung depth, yung small d, yung depth of yung distance ng water table mula dun sa depth of our footing. So, yung sigma prime, yung effective stress from this up to here, 0 to B, is equal to the effective unit weight times yung buong depth na B. So, ang gagawin natin, kukunin natin muna ito and then i-divide na lang natin ng width na B. Bakit yung width na B? Kasi yun yung thickness nung layer. Okay, so, kunin muna natin yung effective stress. So, paano natin makukuha yung effective stress? Class, we have, ano tong thickness na to? We have that as D. And then sa thickness na yan, ang gamma natin is gamma. Plus, we have what? Gamma saturated. Since effective yung kukunin natin, ima-minus na natin siya agad sa water. Diba? So, gamma saturated times, ano naman tong thickness na to? That is B minus D. Tama? Okay, so, isi-simplify natin, class. Ilagay ko na lang dito. Iksi naman ito. Okay, so, ano yun? T gamma plus gamma sat minus gamma of water times B minus D. Okay, so gamma sat minus gamma of water ay ano? Gamma sat minus gamma of water is what? Gamma sat minus gamma buoyant, diba? So, equal din siya sa ating gamma buoyant. So, okay, wag muna natin siyang gawing gamma buoyant. So, ang gagawin natin, para makuha natin ito, i-divide na lang natin ito ng B, diba? So, divide natin siya ng B. It will become like this. Kasi nga, ito, ita-transpose mo tong B sa kabila, ganyan siya. So, it will become D gamma B plus, hindi, gawin na lang natin as 1 yan na gamma prime. Okay, plus gamma prime B over B, edi gamma prime lang siya, diba? Minus D gamma prime B. So, it will become Nakakalito na yung gamma prime ko. Okay. Okay, redo. I'm going to redo. Okay, sorry. Gamma buoyant. Okay. So, gagawin ko lang siyang gamma buoyant. So, gagawin natin gamma buoyant times B over B, gamma buoyant lang, minus D gamma buoyant over B. Okay na? Okay, so, gamma prime is equal to D, it will be equal to what? Gamma B plus D gamma minus gamma buoyant over B. Tama? Okay, so yan na yung formula. So, ano